In this video, I'm going to be covering the basics of programming in Python on Raspberry Pi. Getting started is rather simple if you're using the full version of Raspbian because Python comes pre-installed on it. I'm going to be using the Thony Python IDE. When it opens, it automatically opens a file that you can write code in. The first thing I'm going to show you how to do is just use the print function. Print parentheses, and then you're going to put in character data. You can use either double quotes or single quotes. Python treats them the same. I'm going to tell it to print out hello world. When I run this, since I haven't saved my document yet, it's going to prompt me to save it. Once that's done, it runs my code and prints out hello world down here in the shell. A useful thing you can do in Python is do comments using the hashtag symbol. Using the hashtag symbol just allows you to put in different comments that you'd like to have in your code so that you can better understand it, or even comment out parts of the code that don't work yet whenever you're trying to troubleshoot. The next thing I'm going to show you is just using basic variables in Python. You just want to declare the name of your variable. In this case, I'm going to use X. You can type anything you want for the name, and I'm going to put equals, and I can put any kind of data I want there. In this case, I'm going to do integers. I'm going to type 89. I'm also going to go ahead and declare a second variable. I'm going to use character data is a number. And I'm going to tell it to print my two variables, x, comma, y. Now when I tell it to run, it should print out 89 and is a number. If I want them to show up on two separate lines, I can do two separate prints, print x and then print y, and outputs them on two separate lines. You can also have arrays of data using the square brackets. In this case, I'm going to do an integer array. Now it's going to print the entire array when I tell it to print x. And it prints the entire array there. I can also specify which component of it I would like to view using the square brackets. In an array, it automatically indexes the first item to 0, the second item to 1, 2, and so on. So I can tell it to print x square brackets 2, which should print out 84. When I run it, it prints out 84. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to do some basic arithmetic in Python. First, I'm going to declare a couple of variables, x equals 25, y equals -5, and c equals 3. When it comes to doing arithmetic, you can either set one of your older variables equal to a new thing, or you can declare another variable. I'm just going to declare w and make it equal to x plus y, and then tell it to print w. When I run it, it prints 20, which is equal to x plus y. Arithmetic works the same for subtraction. Just put your subtraction sign in between them and run it. 25 minus -5 equals 30. Can also do division using the /. X divided by y run it, equals negative 5.0. Python automatically adds a decimal to any of your division for those cases when you have an unequal answer, such as 25 divided by 3, which would be x divided by z. When I run that, it gives you a long decimal for the answer. You can also do multiplication using the asterisk sign. 25 times 3 is 75. I can also put my math directly into the print function, x plus y, and it works the same way. The last thing I'm going to do is show you how to define a function in Python. You'll do this by typing def, and then you can type the name of your function. In my case, I'm going to make a hello world function. You can type anything you want here for the name of it. You do have to have parentheses at the end, and you'll use a colon. When you press enter, it automatically tabs over everything underneath that is tabbed the same amount over is a part of your function definition. And tell it to print hello world. In order to get back to outside of my function, I'll just press the backspace and go back to the far left side of my file, where I can then tell the program to run my function. Hello underscore world. Once again, I have to include the parentheses. And when I tell it to run, it prints out hello world because it ran my function. And those are just some of the basics for programming in Python. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.